What's up, guys, and welcome back to the show. My name is D'Angelo, and I'm here answering questions that you might have about freelancing. So let's get into it. Question number 1: how do I know that my idea is valid and that it'll work? Well, chances are what you're doing isn't that original. More than likely, there's somebody else already doing what you're setting out to do. So if they're successful at it, chances are you're going to be successful at it too. Figure out what they're doing right, copy that. Figure out what they're doing wrong, and don't do that. Fix those mistakes that they're making, and you'll pretty much do well. Question 2: how do I find my first client? So I know this is a question that a lot of beginners struggle with. I know I've struggled with it. I know others struggle with it as well, but it's really not that scary. So in order to find your first client, what you got to do is just ask. Ask everybody, friends, family, co-workers, ex-bosses. Ask anybody that you may know and talk about it. As if they don't know what you're doing, then they're not going to be able to help you. So leverage those contacts that you have. Leverage everything, every possible resource that you have. Go for it. Worst they can say is no. Best they can say is, yeah, you got a job. So keep that in your mind. Question number 3: should I work for free? So when I was first starting out, I know that I had this question. How much should I charge? Should I work for free? Do I give discounts? What do I do? But the short answer to this question is yes. You should work for free. If you're asking this question, chances are you need to work for free. But the long answer to this question is a little bit different. And that answer is, it depends. And it really depends on what you bring to the table already. If you don't have a portfolio and you have no leads for clients, then you might need to work for free so you can either A, build up that portfolio, or B, find clients. So keep that in mind. Remember that when you're working for free, you're essentially trading your time for something that you don't have access to at the moment. In essence, every time you work for free, you should be advancing your career further by at least one step. What I mean by that is, let's say you're a filmmaker and you have history with Canon products, but you've never seen a Red, you've never worked on a Red, you've never worked on an Alexa, you've never worked on a GH4, none of that. But there's a new project for a client coming up and they say, hey, can you do this? We can't pay you, but we're shooting on Red. Let's say you want to branch out into shooting on Reds. This would be the perfect way to get experience shooting on Reds without having to take money out on your own. They're not paying you, but essentially they're paying you an experience. Not all experience is bad experience. So question number 4, how much should I charge? So the answer to this is entirely dependent on you. What you need minimum to survive. That means pay bills, eat, sleep, whatever you need to go about your daily processes, that's how much you need to charge. So that's on the low end of how much you need to make. That is your baseline, what you have to make. But on the other end, how much you charge can be completely up to you. You might need $100 a month to survive, but you charge people $500 a month. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, are they able to pay it? If they're not able to pay it or your skills don't demand it, then there's no way you're going to make that money. So you have to actually charge what the market can bear. That's the key takeaway here. You can charge as much as you want, but you'll only get paid what the market allows. Oh, another thing that you should be aware of is not to undervalue yourself when you're starting out. It's really common for new people to believe, oh, I'm just starting out, I should charge less, or I'm just starting out, my skills aren't good enough, I shouldn't charge as much. But that's not true. You should charge as much as the market allows for your skills. So let's just say if there's other people making $100, you shouldn't just go charge $50. That's a bad idea. You're competing on price, and that'll lead you down a whole host of problems in the future. So please, do me and yourself a favor and charge your actual worth. Question number 5, what do I need to know when I'm just getting started? So in my mind, the number one thing that you need to know when you're just getting started is how to market yourself. If you don't know how to market yourself, you won't get clients. And if you don't get clients, you can't get paid. And if you don't get paid, well, you're not going to last very long. So the number one thing is marketing. You need to know how to find clients and sell to those clients so that your business continues. If you don't have any money coming in, you're not going to be successful. End of story. Cash is oxygen. You need it to survive. So a question I know a lot of you are thinking of right now is, why should you listen to me? Well, I've been where you are. I've been freelancing for a while, and I know the ins and outs. I know how hard it can be, and I know how rewarding it can be. So I'm trying to take all the lessons that I've learned during my time as a freelancer and give that back to you guys. Also, I've just recently started my own digital agency, so now I'm learning more about what it takes to transition from freelancer to founder. Essentially, I'm just trying to take the skills and knowledge that I learned and give that back to you guys so that we can grow on this journey together. Well, that's it for this one, guys. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down, and tell me why in the comments. Also, if you like this content, I encourage you to subscribe as I post new videos weekly. That's all for this one. I'm D'Angelo. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.